Hello again, it's Marxist, and I'm here today with a demo review of Clutchwork, who's an Esea open roamer on CP Granary. You know a bunch of people that are on your team. Pretty standard rollout so far. So you go right and you're significantly faster than they are. And you light up a scout. Yeah, you've still got a lot of health. Yeah, what happened there was the scout was allowed to get the health pack. And also, you jumped right, but nobody really ever went right to assist you. So either it's a problem where you need to call that you went scout, or scout, jeez, that you went right, and have a scout follow you up, because you totally went by yourself. You did 100 damage to a scout that never died, because nobody was there to help you. You delayed their combo from getting out. Sure, that part was alright, but once you got invested down there on the right, nothing you did mattered. Basically, you just have to jump their med, yeah. They popped anyways, they really shouldn't have. But, unless the med was significantly more hurt. You did the right thing there. I mean, it was unfortunate that 2 of your people died there. Especially now you have Uber advantage and people are still dying. So you just can't do that. Because your pocket and your med are going to push mid, and they're going to have to like try and do stuff by themselves. And that's never good. Alright, so you get 2 picks with the Uber, that's fine. There's a scout behind. You've either got to go back to 2 to stop him, or stack the point. You guys opt for stacking, which is fine and dandy. So they've got Uber advantage again, I think. I think their med's like popsicle or something, so that's good. Yeah, you gotta be careful here. Yeah, your team's just gonna go ahead and push, so that's fine. Oh. And you get headshot, wow. So, you guys had premium Uber advantage there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, looks like that was the case. So, in that situation, your jumping in is okay. I'd have liked to see you just stay on the pipe. Going up for the low ground isn't going to really help you very much. Just jump to the pipe and fight those people, because your life really doesn't matter there all that much. I mean, the other thing you can do is be the last guy in, really, and just wait to, you know, blow your 4 rockets on somebody. So you guys got kind of stuck in your garage there. But you still win min. As far as your personal play, like, sure. Ideally what should happen is that somebody... You need more calls from your scouts if you're gonna try and do like a crate-sided mid where you're gonna stand on the crates and then get aggressive. Instead of you making that sort of decision of when to go. You should know ahead of time where they're going to be coming from, or at least which side they're favoring. And you can usually tell that by what the demo man is doing. Like, if the demo isn't standing on his health pack like yours was, they're definitely going Garage a Cat. You get in deep. Hurt that scout pretty badly, yeah. So you did what you needed to do there, especially because you killed their demo. They're trying to build, and your people need to move quickly, and you lose your demo. So this is over. Probably going to lose second. Okay, now you need to go to Lunchbox. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You know they're in combo side. You need to just start yelling. You lose 2 people there, so you're not going to do anything appreciable on second. Yeah, and you lose the whole farm. So that's pretty much going to be round. Your team played that way too aggressively. You should have known that they had really high Uber advantage on you. And so all you can do is have you and or a scout pop them, and then you've got to get out. You had way too many people get invested, and they didn't even have to pop over it. The other thing I'd suggest, I mean that may have been a mistake there, is that once you're going to be separated from the medic, try not to take fall damage. You get a nice shot on the scout. I would also strongly suggest against shooting at the medic there. You need to kill the other guys first. It turns out alright for you. But shooting the people with guns that are going to kill you is way better than shooting the med. I mean, yeah, and even in that situation, you'd have still killed the med, probably. Just shooting at that other guy. Medic. The other thing, it sounds loopy, but if Swiper called that she was going to go crits earlier, I'd have liked to see you go shotgun. Because once you've committed to crits, you need to get it as quickly as you possibly can, and gumbos, it's just not very good for building. So you're sandwiched between 2 scouts here. That's no fun. The other one decided it was best just to let Crossfire would try to do a 1v1. You've also got no ammo. So my presumption is that your combo got eviscerated somewhere in the garage. So that gives them Uber advantage, and you'll probably be hearing from them. You still don't have any ammo, though, so you need to be kind of careful. You've lost 2, you cannot be here. Okay, they pop again. Why, I really don't know. Yeah, when you got stuck up forward like that, the only thing you could do is attack their med. You get the demo, so that's gonna save part of this to ground. So you guys should be good to push. I'd like to see you go down the other way so as not to take fall damage there, because your medic should basically not have to worry about your existence 80% of the time. So try and give yourself as much health as you can by avoiding, you know, very high arcing rocket jumps and other stuff like that, just to preserve yourself. So you guys have broke out the sniper. Yeah. He should be more of an opportunist. If it's sticked, go to the other door. And this sword's stick too, so ideally you'd have a scout open that door and shoot the stickies away, because right now you've got a sniper that can't do very much besides go upper.
Yeah, thanks, Doc.
And the sticks are above now, it looks like. You need to go get ammo too while you're at it. So you lose your sniper. You guys approached that pretty wrongly. What you need to have your sniper scoped in, charged to 100%, and then you have somebody open the door real quick. Instead of having him standing at the door not scoped in. Because what you'll do is if anybody is standing up at that door, they're going to get hit with 150 damage one way or another. And, or insta-gibbed, basically, by the 450 headshot. Instead of having him so close to the door. Now, if you know no one's at the door after you've checked there, then you can get up in it, but you should still be scoped in long before you ever go to the door. See that they just peek the door open on you. So you've died too. Now, another thing that I'd like to see happen on these suicides is that you need to, on this map in particular, it's so hard to push no matter how many picks you get. So, especially when the other team still has Uber, which you guys do. When you run your suicides to get Skeletor to a different class, you should have multiple people going in. So this is a good spot. You're king of the pipe now. Yeah, so that was good. I'm gonna turn my game volume down a little. There we go. That way if you ever get another crits, it won't deafen everybody. Alright, so you're gonna go choke this time. Ideally you're gonna do a really big jump here. Oh, you're just gonna go to lockout garage. So that's good. Don't worry about that med. No, the med's gone. You don't need to worry about him. He's not gonna kill you. The only time killing their medic is of any importance is if your med died, since Swiper was still alive at that time. Yeah, you guys have to go, because you're not going to get forward. It's like that, you need to work on that jump there, your jump across the yard, so that you don't take fall damage when you do it. Yeah. So try not to take fall damage there when you make that jump, because it's going to give you more health to operate on. Especially in this situation where you know there's going to be a fight. Because your med didn't spawn until well after you did, so... Now you guys are basically in a situation where you're not going to be able to hold mid, and they have a slight advantage, so it's in their favor as far as they're holding the point. Unless you get a couple picks. And you lose the scout. So, need to play this pretty passively once they're... Okay, so they're all the way over on the other side. They're aware of you, but you can't do anything. They drop their pocket.
The control point is being contested.
You're kind of the only person here now. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So, essentially what needed to happen there was, yeah, you went around for the flank, but nobody was with you, so that wasn't really the safe option. And then once you knew that they were getting time on the point, you needed to go upper. Because at least then you can kind of spam them as they're doing stuff, and it would have been a lot safer for you to do that. Plus, you wouldn't have gotten trapped. Because your team died so heavily over second that they needed you to be alive. Okay, so you go garage again. They've gone garage basically every time, so not a bad idea. They get out hurt and delayed. I'd like to see your pocket do a lot less baiting his teammates there. When he needed to go when the rest of them went. Even if you're not reloaded all the way, because it's one more target to shoot at, and a team that doesn't focus well, you'll have more people turn out. But instead, he let everyone attack first and die, and then he decided to try to do something. You just can't do that and expect good results. Alright, so you're going to go help your Scootaloo friend over here on the right. One thing, if you're going to walk around like that, one thing I'd like to see you do, here again you take fall damage. They've pushed left on you, their combo is behind you. So this right here, well, you've got their combo. Yeah, they've got your second now. You needed to stay there because their combo was all the way out left and you saw them do that. We'll see if you can clutch it. Soldier's missing a lot of shotguns. Oh, radium. So their soldiers end up doing something really weird and you end up punishing them for it. But I didn't like that you went to mid with their whole team like behind you, because you're not going to be able to back cap unless you have a pain train, and that would not make sense for the roamer. But what I was saying was, when you walk away from a doorway, you need to be doing 360s basically the whole time. Because if a scout, when you quit looking at garage, you never know when their scout's going to decide to just run through that door and cut hard on you when your back is turned, and you're going to get absolutely raffle stomped. And you don't want that to happen. You had to try to do something there because of the situation with your med, but now your team needs to get the hell out of yard. You give another pick, which is bad. Now you're 2 down, and they have uber advantage. You're 3 down, and you have uber advantage. So you're just gonna hold last. Hopefully they popped. Otherwise you lose. They appear not to have had to pop. Or maybe they did. And Swiper goes down the sniper again, that happens. So I like that you guys got so aggressive on them when they decided to come out, if you had, like, your people. And then things just got kind of unlucky. It looks like they didn't have Uber, though. I'd have liked to see off classes as a response to that. That's not really on you, on granary anyways. There you go, you made that jump right that time. They've gone garage yet again. I'd like to see you, so once you're kind of at a loss for what to do, I'd like to see you just use your gunboats to get on top of crates. If you manage to survive the first 4 seconds of your, like, jumping at people, then you should just try to get up on top of the crates and provide spam coverage for your team. Let's see, forward spawn. So it looks like you guys got yard for easy peas. So you lose a scout. He got a little too invested in that. What was happening there was every time they went away after your little spam fights, they were getting buffed. I'm reasonably certain that that's why they were going away. And you guys really weren't. So that wasn't a fight that you could foreseeably or feasibly win. Assuming players have equal skill levels. So what I'd like to have seen is if your team's strat was that you guys would try and get a pick on the flank and then push, I would have liked to have seen you pull your medic over to the other side and heal over there, as opposed to like trying to rotate a healed scout in and out. There's nothing wrong with rotating a scout, but if you're gonna commit to getting picks in the flank, you should just do that. They totally botched their defensive second. A whole bunch of them die. If it were me and I were you in this case, I'd just go ahead and go heavy in case something goes wrong with this push. Alright, there you go. I mean, that was alright there. I'd have liked to see you focus more on the soldier, but, I mean, you kind of were doing that. Yeah, there you go. So that was another example of your team just not working together at mid very well. That last segment that we got to see. Scout got a little too deep on them. And you're going to go ahead and go back to... Oh, maybe you went back for the med. I'd have liked to see your demo approach just building your med, as opposed to you jumping along, because it's going to cost you a little bit of Uber. So that was another situation where you took fall damage when it was unnecessary. This map, this map is one where you run into it a lot. And you need to try to avoid that if at all cost. So you have a sniper here, yeah, yeah. So that was good. You're gonna okay, you lose a guy, so that's pretty much the end of this. You lose a guy and pop Uber, so this shouldn't work. Okay, they drop Uber and their pocket gets headshot, so it works. I like that you're pressuring point here. Now you have to be careful, because the three of you are kind of hurt. And they should be... Oh, they lose the scout. We'll see what happened to Swiper here. Alright, so you guys should have advantage, is my guess. Oh, that lamp claims another victim. I'd like to see you go and get ammo here. Just go get health and ammo. Yeah. So now you're several dead. Your best bet's gonna be to just camp on upper. Use 3 people trying to hold second, and you're forced out. You're gonna... Yeah. No, your med's making the right choice, not helping you a whole lot here. Yeah, they've still got Uber, and now they're gonna try to push on you. Time has been added. The back cap doesn't go down, their med doesn't go down. You guys are all essentially trapped behind. See, you took some ankle blood there when you did your skip jump, and see, you had 100 health. You gotta put yourself in a better position to succeed. So you gotta. It sounds like you're being slow, but it's more actually just being careful, trying to give yourself the best chance to succeed that you can. Especially in those situations where you know you're never going to be healed ever. So you lose your med. You're an upper. I'd like to see you just go bats. No, oh, you're gonna try and go for a flank. This shouldn't work. I'll say that. Instead of saying isn't, I'll say shouldn't. You announced your presence. Yeah, I know that that scout likely saw you. Radium. So they come in pretty disorganizedly. Oh. My guess is that was a failure on Scout Com's parts, because if somebody ought to have seen that guy coming at the point, and thus your jump would have obviously been different. They throw a scout at you right away, so they're evolving. You skybox their soldier. Yeah. So that was just rough. If you get rushed by a scout like that, you're pretty much boned. But it means your demo should be able to do a little bit more at mid. So there's your consolation prize. And then getting on top of the crates after wasn't a bad choice. When you jumped again and went over the crates, that that wasn't as good of a choice because you were putting yourself in position to be hit by scouts. And your arch nemesis is scouts. So you guys pop Uber and don't do anything and lose a guy. And you're all screwed up here, yeah. So it was just a very confused play, basically throughout. Was you guys popped, didn't get anything with it, and then like your flank tried to push anyways. And if that sort of thing happens, you can't do anything. You're just the flank. Unless you're being tanked with heals, there's not anything you're gonna get done there. They do a good job of baiting out the point. You lose everything, so that's going to be another round for them. And there we go. So normally I do a little video to show some other stuff, but I don't really have that much to cover. I mentioned some stuff about your team play you guys could work on if you are on that team. I don't know if it was a tryout or whatever, since you had LFT in your name. Try to minimize fall damage whenever possible. Give yourself the best chance to succeed. Think coverage backwards more than you're thinking going for flank routes. Because every time where you were put in a situation where you had to make your own decision, you went for a flank route, and it almost never worked. I don't think it did, ever. There was one time where you went for the flank route and you killed both their soldiers. But that's because both their soldiers were doing something really silly. So don't bank on your opponents being dumb, because hopefully they won't be most of the time. And think coverage. So, like, what can I do to make the taking of the point take longer? Or what can I do to make sure that my med survives a little bit longer or has better coverage on their flank? Blah, blah, blah. That's my personal stylistic choice. Because going for flanks typically doesn't work. Unless you're, like, really deft with it. So, and that you don't do it all the time. But, yeah, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and feel free to submit more demos.